Well, we're here in Jackson, Minnesota, and we've stopped for the night at a Harvest Host. It's Fort Belmont, and right behind me you can see the reproduction of the old grist mill. Their buildings that are here are all reproductions of the original. Fort Belmont was actually located a few miles to the north of here, and we'll get a little bit closer so you can see them. But it's a beautiful location here in the southern hill country of Minnesota. One of the other buildings that's on display here is an old church building, and they did still have Sunday services here until COVID hit. Then they quit doing that on Sunday evenings, but they do still hold weddings and funerals here at this church. And it's a nice, quiet place to stop for the night. For a small donation, you can have electric hookups. So we're going to walk around and look at the rest of the buildings, including this sod house up here, and let Charlie get some energy out. Daddy, there's all kinds of smells. Which way do I need to go? I got to run all over. I got to see what all I can smell. Up this way in the grass, over this way, back down this way in the grass. This is fun. I'm going crazy. One of the forms of construction that took place out here in the Great Plains was a sod house. And just like the name suggested, the walls were built out of chunks of sod that the settlers cut out of the ground. Now, the sod had so many roots from the prairie grasses that it stayed together. It also insulated the house well. And they would even put chunks of sod with the grass still on it up on the roof for insulation. They could include doors and windows into their construction. And it was a way to use the natural resources and not count on wood, which was hard to come by out here in the prairies.
Foxy sure does love the grass baths here on this northern grass. This is about the 5th or 6th grass bath she has taken in this where we are right now. None of the buildings are open right now because it's after 5 o'clock. And we were fortunate to get here in time to go in and see the museum, which has a lot of antiques. And here's our view, the cornfield. And just in the foreground is a field of clover and maybe some grain. On this exit into Jackson, we were only allowed to go just so far, and we couldn't go any further because the road was blocked off due to flooding. And the town of Jackson is just beyond those trees.
Now, Fort Belmont itself, when it was built and it was here, was not a place for a garrison of soldiers. It was more of a protective stockade for the settlers in this area. The stockade was a place that they could go to get away from attacks by the local Indians. And most of their homes then were actually in the area surrounding the fort. And a lot of the forts or stockades in this area were like that.
You know, sometimes when you're traveling along the highway, you never know what you're going to find or what you're going to see. Paul kept seeing billboards about the welcome station and the scenic overlook, and he's like, you want to stop? And I'm like, let's just go on to our destination.
And then I saw a sign that said Scenic Overlook, Lewis and Clark Trail, and dignity statue. And I said, you know what? There's just too much here not to stop. This is the Missouri River. Lewis and Clark traveled up the Missouri River as they were looking for the water passage to the west coast. And then also this statue is called Dignity of Earth and Sky.
That's the back of the statue. That's the sort of the same pattern we saw at the Corn Palace. So this area is at the South Dakota Welcome Center. At this rest area is a little trail that you can walk down and see the more views of the river. The world's only corn palace is located in Mitchell, South Dakota. Some 500,000 tourists come from around the nation each year to see uniquely designed corn murals. The city's first corn palace was built as a way to prove to the world that South Dakota had a healthy agricultural climate. The palace is redecorated each year with naturally colored corn and other grains and native grasses to make it the agricultural showplace of the world. They currently use 12 different colors or shades of corn to decorate the corn palace: red, brown, black, blue, white, orange, calico, yellow, and now they have green corn. A different theme is chosen each year, and murals are designed to reflect that theme. Ear by ear, the corn is nailed to the corn palace to create a scene. The decorating process usually starts in late May with the removal of the rye and dock. The corn murals are stripped at the end of August, and the new ones are completed by the 1st of October. Just like South Dakota agriculture, growing condition can affect production of their decorating materials and may delay the decorating process. So we are sitting here across from the Corn Palace, and we've gone in and visited. It's actually, the inside of it is a basketball arena and
a stage for entertainment.
Yeah, but they've got all their stuff on the inside, and we'll be showing you some pictures of those. But right now, we needed something to refresh us, so right across the street was the corner ice cream shop. So we're sitting in front of the ice cream shop eating our ice cream, and we'll be back on the road shortly. What'd you find interesting about this museum?
Just that it's more of a work of art than a museum. They change it every year. And this year they're focusing on famous South Dakotans. And next year, I forget what they said they were focusing on. We'll post that in a little bit.
But for now, our ice cream's melting, so we'll see you later.
Bye, y'all.
Hey, y'all. We really appreciate you watching our video. If you liked it, be sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel, The Go With The Flow Couple. Don't forget to follow us on Instagram.